Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So this week in Ether is quite interesting, I do have to say. A lot more successes than usual. I'm not really entirely sure why. Because I haven't changed anything except Armor School for bonus structure, which just got immediately destroyed. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Definitely saw a lot of teams that weren't as prepared, but like this seems pretty decent. But I think just the main problem with this team is, well, you just don't have enough place to run. That's kind of like the whole idea behind this defense, is that if you want to run, you better run for your life. But I feel like they should have just left, because, well, obviously, if you're gonna go under Panic Manor and you have TA against Chrom, that just does not seem like a very solid matchup at all. So that's just a free kill there. And Elowood's gonna be able to proc Gale Force here, and he can only take out Legendary Azura, which is fine because that's basically all we need him to do. Here, the Brenya's doing some things, but Naga here is going to get sniped off. And the Galt doesn't kill, but he doesn't get doubled, so now Chrom can just go in and pick up the kill. So, pretty standard shenanigans, I guess, there. The one not success this week, actually, is kind of a byproduct of the trolling. Because, like, if you figured it out already, like, Duo Alphonse pretty much can 1v6 the entire team, because very poor, especially if there's like a Naga or whatnot, because then they'll also get more defense, of course more HP, but the more defense helps open the future damage, helps them heal more. In general, seems pretty solid. So here they had a pretty cool idea. I was waiting for someone to try this, but you know, you have Rinka here with these structures in the way, so then only Chrom can attack. The Dumas can't reach. So, you know, you pick up a pretty nice kill on Chrom there, but the problem is, of course, Elowood comes to town and gets some kills. So, unfortunately, Legault misses the kill again. If I had plus 10 Dragonflowers, that would have been a kill, but again, it's not a merged up Duo Alphonse, so it's just like my team definitely cannot quite handle him yet. The only real chance I have of taking out Duo Alphonse somewhat consistently is Legendary Chrom, but the problem is we're trolling and using double Duma with him, so a lot of the times Duo Alphonse, when they hit and turn with him, he's not at full HP, so Chrom's bow is off, which means Duo Alphonse gets 6 more attack and defense, which is gonna help a lot because that's 3 extra damage he gets from Open the Future, and of course the 6 attack. So as you'll see, it does make a difference, but so yeah. Here it looks like they're just gonna go in here for the Gale Force, but it's not really Gale Force, which is kind of the problem. So they're just going to leave Lilith there, which definitely isn't going to go well. And, well, yep, Ripperinos. Here we get the meme Duma pivot. Chrom unable to pick up a kill on Minerva, pretty standard stuff. And they gambled there that the heavy trap was real, turned out to favor them, but Duma and company trolling as usual. And at this point, they were up against Olivia, so not too great. feels dirt, man. Defense tiles 100% balance, Kappa. Feels dirt, man. They actually could have swept there at that point, but of course they wouldn't get much value out of the match. But this person definitely doesn't like armor balls. Or just like any of those strategies where they have like, where someone has like frontline armors with mobility shenanigans. So pretty low investment team in giant quotes. Not too many merges. So we're just gonna get the classic meme double Duma, double snipe structures. And they're just gonna go in here. Kind of an interesting choice to do it like this. Not sure what they were hoping was gonna happen. Chrom doubling legendary Celica is already a meme, like what is that? Hello. Now we have Ultina set up for Hardy Bearing. And the heavy trap goes off, but it doesn't really matter there. But yeah, at this point it's just Kronia versus the world, and we all know how that's going to go. Not able to double Duma because of not being at full HP. So Olivia is just going to kill Steel Kappa. Well, that's because she's at full HP, so Kronia can't really do much against that. But it's kind of the same stuff every time. But here we have a dual Alm, pretty decently merged up mythics. Nagi, who I don't know why you would bring Nagi in this matchup. Like, sure, there's Chrom, I guess. Chrom's still gonna do quite a bit to her, though. She doesn't. I don't think she ever one-shots unless he's like down on HP. But then, you know, there's this Elwood with 67 attack, and he's doubling you. and you're green with only that much attack against his 40 res. That just does not seem like a great idea. Of course, this definitely does not seem like a great idea. Like, to start off, why would you have a unit adjacent to Ultina which lowers her attack stat? And her defense for that matter, which doesn't matter as much, but why would you do that? There's no ally support or anything, there's no real reason to do that. Of course, she wouldn't have killed anyways with 6 extra attack, but I don't know. It was an okay idea because of course the double Duma sets up Vantage, but when you're up against legendary Chrom like that, and you don't stack enough attack against him, that's just not gonna end very well. And while this replay, no idea why this happens. I'm guessing it's some like bug where people do something and then surrender or something. I have no idea what goes on with that. Or maybe it's a version update thing. Could also be that. Have a Noe, Myrrh, Duo Alphonse. Still see here this Duo Alphonse picks up a lot of very close call one-shots. Of course, the main thing to pay attention to is against Chrom here. Because again, the double Duma meme of upheaval turns off Chrom's bow. It's such bad synergy, but that's part of the meme. It's not a serious defense, but it's good enough to pick up some wins. So here, Duma, well, of course he was never going to have any chance. But you see there, Duo Alphonse, and this one's running Steady Stance 3 for even more open the future damage. So with that -6 attack and -6 defense, there would have been no way for Alphonse to one-shot, and so we would have gotten a dance there. Or if anything, to be honest, I feel like what might have happened, no, because he's buffed up, so Olivia's never going to attack. Because she can't double him and proc like Luna or whatnot, and her base damage is less than his defense before Steady Stance. So it's like after Chrom doesn't die, he's definitely picking up the kill afterwards. Or heck, even Duma could just walk in and pick up the kill. He doesn't have Vantage. So yeah, and this of course is a not so merged dual Alphons. And there again, he barely picks up the kill. So I feel like if I actually did some actual things with my defense, we could go places. But no, we're just trolling. A lot of near missed kills. You can see that though. A lot of near exact kills. That's just how it goes though. Things would be a lot different, of course, if dual Alphons wasn't at not full HP. That's how it goes sometimes when you're just trolling like this. So that's just the one loss for the week. Turns out it didn't matter, but I wouldn't have cared anyways because we just have Chrom on here for the trolls. Like, some people can't really deal with Chrom, so that's just an extra bonus. And of course there's a bunch of flyers running around, so he definitely can be useful. Of course Altina is a notable one, because you could conceivably vantage his team to a degree. You might have some problems against the Legault matchup, but to be honest, wouldn't matter too much. Here, I don't know what's with this panic. I know this panic manor location is pretty solid because during Astra season, not as many people have a lot of ranged units, and dancers for that matter, because there's no peony for Astra season. So there's that, but this is pretty yikes. So Elwood isn't going to pick up the kill because, well, why would he? And we're just gonna get the usual to change fate memes and pick up the kill on Legendary Alm, which is pretty important there. Because if Legendary Alm was still, I mean, technically speaking, I'm guessing the matchup against Chrom wasn't going to be great either. And their dancer was kind of a behind a structure, so not the greatest for them. Here we go, someone also with a high level offense panic manor. Like, it's a meme, but when it works, but a lot of the time it doesn't do anything. I have mine maxed out for the memes. Level 7. It's so dumb. But here we have a Gale Force team. But there's a couple problems. The first one is how they go in here. They go in and attack Elwood here, which means they don't even proc Gale Force. And then they just go in onto this heavy trap. Like, what? Honestly, the big problem with this Gale Force idea here is just Chrom. That's basically it. Of course, they could... Because unfortunately, full attack defense, and of course Nasal is not at below full HP. Even if he was, let's assume he somehow got 59 HP. So then he would have only 33 defense, which is a total of 92. And Chrom is 96 attack against Nisala. So that wasn't going to go well, but this definitely isn't going to go well. Legault's just going to pick up a kill here, and unfortunately we're going to get the dance, so we don't get any real value there. At this point, Chrom's just basically saying hi, and they don't have much of a chance here because of that. Chrom's just too potato. So dumb. And the last one for now, we have the classic Brave Ike and Brave Lucina strat, but very few structures is the bare minimum for super try-harding on space. And, you know, it's a +10 Brave Ike with close call, and not running plus speed for it, but plus attack's also reasonable because of actually wanting to be able to kill. Phantom speed. See, the problem with this kind of set is you don't kill, so there's some problems with that, but not terrible. But again, there's not that much support for speed, so close call definitely not going to be working too well if you don't have the speed for it. I know there's phantom speed, but there's some inherent issues with running phantom speed and not actually boosting your speed. And the, well, most obvious one is you can get doubled. It sounds silly, but when you're running phantom speed, sure, you might be able to get some damage reduction against folks that are faster than you, but you get doubled. So you have like Legault here, and of course Brave Ike's never killing Elwood here. So, and he gets doubled, so no damage reduction for you, except for maybe a bit from Phantom Speed. I don't even think so. Actually, there might have been. I don't know. But, kind of awkward at this point. We're going to, of course, get to change fate. And pick up the kill on Altina there. So now we just have the menacing Dirtfest. They are in Soul Sophia range, so they're able to pick up the kill there. And at this point, Legault's just going to attack Lucina and get Dance, and he can pick off. He actually can't kill Naga 10 out of 10 because he can't actually double. So, and of course there was like Lucina with Dragon effectiveness, so also getting more stats from Divine Breath. So like Naga definitely lives a lot of the time here. I'm guessing at this point their problem was they probably just surrendered because they felt like they could get a better match, to be honest, and I would agree because sure they can attack Legault here. Olivia is never doing any damage to Lucina. At best she does 2. And Legault never kills. I guess you could attack Olivia and then Legault would attack and not kill, that kind of deal. So they could have won, but of course that also meant rip ether structures. So in general, yeah, definitely a smarter play to just ladder out there, I believe, at that point. But anyways, we'll check out how we did this week so far. Just a bit outside top 10k. That's what happens when you aren't really trying during Astra offense, because I only have the one Altina. I ran a plus 110 lift offense or something this week, which was absolute garbage. But we're just floating in tier 21 plus during Astra season. Still haven't come up with a good strategy that I want to run for literally every match. It's a lot harder to come up with something for Astra season. I'm thinking Gale Force, but oh boy, that's gonna be some real janky shenanigans if we want to try and tackle every single match with that. But here in Allegiance battles, Gwendolyn just recently got her weighted Lance Refine. I don't even have to refine it. I probably will at some point. Just haven't decided if I want to yet. Probably end up doing it, but in the meantime, it doesn't hurt to wait, because all we need is the SP. This kicks Gwendolyn up to the next SP bin, so she gets 2 more points, which coincidentally is enough points to kick the entire team up 1 scoring bin. So before my floor score was 746, now it's 748. So that's pretty cool. So we got an extra free 2 points in Allegiance battles, which kicked us up a decent amount of ranks. 2 points lower than this is like in the 700s, 800s in terms of rank. So at least we've bought ourselves a bit more time in top 1k Allegiance battles, Kappa. Next week is going to be insane though, because it's Water Week and Gwendolyn bonus, so I believe so. Things are gonna go super ham. But here you might see the score and it's like, oh man, why'd you get 3800? I actually had to build Minerva for this because Anna wasn't scoring enough. This is my slapdash build on Minerva that just got the job done. And you might think this is fine, but yeah, we'll see if we stay in. But It's it's a pretty big nail biter. I actually do have the scoring for it. Like this team right here. Let me just. Okay, there's a. Let me just quickly check something on Effie here. Just like panic ploy, I guess. Sure. Like I usually do. It's like if you look at this team's scoring 738 to 752. And this is just off of 748s. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe I can get a 750. I've been fishing in Arena Assault trying to find one. Apparently they don't exist. So even if I want to go do a rerun for 2 more points, which would definitely guarantee getting back up to tier 21, it's just not showing up. So it's not like the matches are difficult, it's just the matches aren't showing up. So that's kind of weird. I'll keep an eye on this though. Last hour, if it's like less than, I don't know, 50 ranks or whatever, definitely will consider trying to go for a rerun. But yeah, I guess I'll keep trying to fish in Arena Assault to see if I can actually find a 750. Because if I can find at least one, then I have the crest to burn for it, and it'll be technically worth it because I'll be getting into tier 21 with Gwendolyn bonus, and our scoring is going to be stacked enough with water blessings, and even without water blessings, to the point where we should be fine to stay in tier 21 while she's bonus. Because this team again is scoring. This is basically the kind of the team I'll be running. We'll be scoring 748 to 762 or something. And then of course with water blessings that goes up to like 756 to 764. So yeah, we'll be fine if we can get up there. But anyways, enough ranting. We'll be back when the results drop in, or of course if there's any more replays. Well, one last replay before the end of the season, I guess. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. I can see where this is going. Who wants to bet Nagi dies? And that's it. Because my team is terrible at punish game. Pretty expected there for Crom not to one-shot. It's pretty darn hard for him to do that against HP inflation. And yeah, Ella was just gonna pick up the kill here pretty easily. Doesn't proc Gale Force, which obviously causes problems for us. If he could proc Gale Force, we might have been able to get 1 or 2 more kills. Probably just 1, to be honest. Because at this point, like, Legault's never going to one-shot Altina. That's how this works. So, feels derp, man. Yep, and that's just a clean win from there. But dropping 1 unit, which is totally fine. That's the end of the season, and you only need so much lift to get up to the next tier or whatever. But anyways, before the results drop in, quite the nail biter. But I mean, it's not as much of a nail biter as some previous seasons were, where I got in by like 10 ranks or something. But or I stayed in tier 21 by like 10 ranks or something. So it's not that much of a nail biter, but it's still closer than you'd want it to be. But anyways, we'll be back when the results drop in. Alright, here we go. Just the usual shenanigans. And let's see what we get here. Bit outside top 10k. That's kind of how it goes, especially since I was using a whatchamacallit, plus 110 lift team, so basically super garbage. I am going to have to rework my defense though, because I'm just going to plop Legendary Crom on the team. And that's basically going to be it. It's not going to perform very well, but Legendary Crom's going to be bonus, so that'll be something. Better than nothing. I think the big problem is mostly just going to be the fact that Brave Ike versus Crom is just not a good matchup for Crom. especially since I don't have like impact, maybe like a turn 1, maybe a super turbo Crom or something. So in general, I don't expect anything much out of this except people getting trolled by Crom being Crom, pretty much. But yeah, this will be interesting. Rolf being bonus means some cav lines might get pretty strong. We'll see what happens. But allegiance battles, we're keeping up the top 1k runs. If I can not lag, there we go. Man, we're just piling on more flowers that we're going to need down the line. Kind of just holding on to flowers right now because it costs quite a bit to get them to get units to +10 dragon flowers for infantry. But we barely scratched our way back into tier 21. So now it's going to be a meme fest. I don't want to think about it, but it's going to be ridiculously hard to stay in tier 21. I'm sure I can do it, but the amount of sniping that we might need to do, oh boy. We're also going to be going for top... We're going to try at least top 25, maybe best my... I think my current record is rank 17 Arena Assault right now. We might try and beat that. Maybe if we get super lucky, get top 10. That would be ridiculous, but it's all up to the matchmaker because with this team, let me just see if... Let me just toss something on Gwendolyn real quick, just arbitrarily. That's 240. Oh, I can't show you. Oops. But I think I showed it earlier in the video. This team scores pretty well during water season. I believe I said it was, I think it's 756 to 764. So we can definitely snipe high scores if we need to. It's just going to be a very rough matchups across the board in general. I think I might end up, I'm not sure yet, might run like Wary Fighter quick riposte on Gwendolyn. That seems okay for me, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, Arena Assaults, can't show it again, but the cutoffs for top 50 tend to be around, I think it's 5,350, which is a smidgen above 760 average. And considering the max score is 764, it's going to be a wild ride trying to get top tier score or top rank scores. It is the 2 highest scoring seasons at the same time, so we'll see how that goes. But that's going to be it for this episode. I guess look forward to some shenanigans. Probably going to try and go tier 27 AR again, because I can try it. Hopefully Crom can do some things. Like, it's going to have bonus stats, and I'll be running an air and a peony, but it doesn't mean that Ether Raid's going to be trivial. It's still going to be difficult matchups, so we'll see how that goes. But until next time, thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!